Interested in buying a new knife or EDC gear? Click the first link in the description down below. Thanks! What is going on YouTube? But Great Blades here, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Kizer Momo. This is the full-size Momo. Start with a measurement on the overall size. Oops. So length of the Momo, looking at about 9¼ inches with a 4.1 inch blade and about 4 inches of cutting edge. So definitely a big knife, definitely a full-size knife, I would say. Do a measurement on the weight, or sorry, nope, not the weight, I mean we'll get that out too, but the blade stock thickness is what I meant to do. Looking at about 112 thousandths, so you know, not super thin, but also not thick, so that works for me. Now we'll measure the weight here. So we're looking at 5.05 ounces, so definitely a little bit on the heavier side, but it is such a big knife that it kind of doesn't really bother me too much there. Do a size comparison here with the excuse me, the QSP Penguin. Move that up. And the Demco 80 20.5. This one has original goat scales on it. I will link them down below. So size comparison, as you can see, we are at a little bit of an angle, but it is definitely bigger than both knives here by quite a bit compared to the QSP Penguin, and still even bigger so compared to the 20.5. Definitely a big knife. Do a comparison on the thickness and carry profile here. So in terms of thickness, it is just a little bit thicker than the QSP Penguin here. I don't know if I can, hold on. It is just a little bit thicker than the QSP Penguin here, just by a little bit. And then compared to the 20.5, it is about the same, honestly, so not too bad. And then in terms of carry profile or overall width of the knife here in your pocket, it is going to be, we'll do it this way, it is going to be bigger than the QSP Penguin, just by a little bit there, with the sort of front flipping unicorn horn here that it's got. And then compared to the 20.5, it is it's about the same, honestly. So it's really not going to be a very hard knife to carry in terms of width, or really particularly in terms of weight. It's just going to be the length of the knife that might be an issue, depending on what kind of pants you got, I suppose. We'll also compare it to the Mini Momo, just because I do want to show that as well. So we got the Mini Momo here, and then the full-size Momo. Oops. Excuse me. So yeah, it is definitely quite a bit bigger than obviously the Mini Momo, but it is definitely a much larger knife in comparison. They didn't shrink it down just a little, they made it quite a bit smaller. So this one in particular is the White Mountain Knives Why is my lighting not participating today? This one is the White Mountain Knives, whatever. This one is the White Mountain Knives exclusive that came out about a year ago now, 10 months ago maybe. Last fall it came out. So this one I was originally going to buy when it dropped, but there were just some other knives that I wanted to buy instead, so I never picked one up. And then I recently did get this. I got it from the secondary market. I bought it from a gentleman online. And he was like, yeah, I, bought a couple of them, and it just really, I kept one and I didn't really use the other ones. So, feel free to buy them off me here. They were listed brand new in box, which it definitely is. I mean, when I had unboxed it, if you guys have seen the video, it was flawless. I mean, still had the plastic and everything in it, so definitely was brand new in the box there, and it hadn't looked like it'd been used or anything like that, like the edge or anything. This is, of course, two of my favorite things. Kizer, lately especially, their black DLC is amazing. It's got this sort of semi-polish to it, which is nice. A little bit of a fingerprint magnet, but that's okay. But it looks really nice. And then the purple haze fat carbon is just one of my favorite things. I'm a big fan of purple, if you couldn't tell, and if you didn't know, but especially the purple fat carbon here, or just purple carbon in general, doesn't matter the brand, but I am a very big fan of that, so that is definitely one of the main reasons I picked this up. So, blade shape here, I mean, I think on websites they tend to list it as a standard blade. I think I would I would probably just say it's more like a drop point or similar blade shape there. It is a flat grind, just like the original one. This one is an upgraded, let's see if I can zoom in here. I don't know if it'll show. No, okay. It doesn't want to behave today. It is an upgraded steel. This one is S35VN, which is an upgrade from the original full-size Momo, which was 154 cm and aluminum. This one is titanium as well for the bolsters and the sort of back spacer that they got here. And the clip is also titanium. Hardware is still steel though. Yeah, so if you guys watched the review I did of the mini Momo here, there were two kind of main issues that I had with this knife. The one thing was the access to the liner lock on the mini one is a little bit tight. I mean, you can do it, but it's not quite as nice as I would like it to be. I think if they had scalloped just the show side here a little bit, it would have fixed it. That didn't change much on this one per se, but because it is a larger knife, it does give you a little bit more room to play around with it, so I think it's not as bad, I would say, on this one, on the full-size one. So there's that, but the other thing that I really wasn't a fan of, and unfortunately just isn't fixable just because they kept it exactly the same, is the positioning of the pocket clip. It looks really nice, but, and I mean it works fine, but it is, what's the word I'm looking for? Uncomfortable. It makes a really bad hot spot in your hand when you're really clamping down on it, which is not really what I would like to see. It's kind of unfortunate because in terms of how it works, I mean, the shape is a little bit different actually on the clip here for the full size versus the mini. The way it swoops up at the end there's a little bit different. I think this one is a little bit better in and out of your pocket. This one's fine. Also, that one's steel though, so it's a little bit less rigid. But the actual positioning of the clip when you're using it is not super comfortable. It's more noticeable on the small one just because you don't have as much room to choke forward on the knife there as you do on this one. But even so, you feel it really, really badly. And I'm not entirely sure how that made it past anyone. Maybe it is just me, but it is like super uncomfortable. Like, it makes me sad, honestly, because the rest of the knife is pretty much perfect, especially on the full-size one here. Like, the access to the liner, like I said, is better, but that clip is abhorrent. It's really, really bad. And I wish there was a way to fix it, but there's not, because you can't use a different clip on it. It's not like the clip itself necessarily is the problem. It's the position relative to the rest of the frame here. It's too close to the edge. I kind of get the aesthetic they're going for, but I don't think it works in this case. I think I would have rather, albeit it would have been a little uglier aesthetically, if they had kind of put it more in line in the middle of the clip here and just gave me a regular straight clip. You know, I think I would have preferred that, just because it wouldn't have been such an issue, I feel, in terms of the ergonomics, because it does create a really, really bad hotspot. But besides that, I really do like this knife. I mean, and especially, like I said, aesthetically, it looks really, really good, I think, anyways. A lot of people have kind of called it a folding kitchen knife, which I mean, I don't do food prep with my pocket knives, but I do kind of get it, you know, the way that the last little bit of the edge here comes in contact with the rest of it. I could see it being useful for food prep if you do that sort of thing with your pocket knives. Yeah, but I mean, it is very slicey. But yeah, just, man, that pocket clip is killer. There is no jimping on the top actual spine portion of the blade here, which is fine. I think it's okay. I do wish it was there, but it's fine. There's a little bit, I wouldn't call it necessarily a finger choil, but there is some space before the actual edge of the blade starts there, so you can choke up just a little bit, which is fine. What else was I going to say? This is made by Kizer, so it is obviously made in China, however you feel about that, but it is very solidly made. It is just right hand tip up carry only. It's not reversible carry, just like the mini Momo here is not reversible carry. Fine, whatever, it's alright. Tip up, tip down. Again, that doesn't typically bother me. For some people it does, and I don't know, that's just how it is. But it does run on bearings, which is how you get such this amazingly smooth action, and especially with that DLC, I think it just kind of helps eliminate some of that friction, so it's real nice and smooth there on the action. So again, like I said, I did buy this on the secondary, so I did pay, I think, a little bit extra compared to when they came out. I can't exactly recall how much they cost now, but I think I paid a little bit extra, not a whole lot. I got this for about $250. Well, not about, I paid $250 for this, which I still think is fair. I mean, like I said, I think I paid a little bit extra compared to when they came out, but these were limited. I think they said they only made about 200 of these, and they haven't restocked them. So kind of neat to me anyways, and it's in a colorway that I really like. So I think it's okay that I paid a little bit extra. I think maybe at most like $50 I paid. I think these were pretty close to 200 or 225 maybe. I might not have even paid over anything. I'm not 100% sure. I can't find anything because the page has been taken down because, again, it's discontinued because they only made it for a little bit. But yeah, I'm not really sure what else I have to say about this. I mean, it is a good knife, but that major flaw being the clip, it really, really kills this knife. I mean, my recommendation is, I mean, if you can handle one before you buy one, if you have a friend or if there's a retailer, you know, do that first to see how you feel about the clip. But if you're more of a collector than a user and you like how it looks aesthetically and functionally minus the clip there when you're actually using the knife, I think go for it. And especially, well, of course you can't really buy this one anymore, but this one is my favorite of the ones that have come out. There is also like a budget one. I think it's like $80 for the, I think it's Nitro V and micarta for the full-size Momo and aluminum. So there's also that. But yeah, again, I don't think I have anything else really more to say about this. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe because I'll be posting more content, and leave a comment down below letting me know what you think about the Momo, and again, specifically the full-size Momo here we're reviewing. Did you buy the White Mountain Knives exclusive? Did you buy a different one? Let me know what you guys think, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take care. Bye.